I would like to welcome you to the final part of the 2013 MTV VMAs, also known as the Video Music Awards coverage. So I'm doing the nominations, and we have less than a half an hour before the pre-show starts, and then the actual award show starts. So I'd like to thank our subscribers here on YouTube. You can check out more episodes besides what you're watching today at youtube.com/MediaFameTV. So we'd like to thank our newest subscriber, who is Juez316. So thank you so much for subscribing and watching our videos. We appreciate it. So let's get back down to the nitty-gritty of the categories for the VMAs, and I'm going to be covering Best Choreography to Best Visual Effects. For Best Choreography, here are the nominees: Chris Brown with Fine China, Ciara with Body Party, Jennifer Lopez featuring Pitbull with Live It Up, will.i.am featuring Justin Bieber with That Power, and finally Bruno Mars with Treasure. Now, this category, I can say, sounds cliche because I've said every category is like tough, but this category is really tough because you've got, for the exception of will.i.am and Bruno Mars, amazing dancers. Chris Brown, definitely, he has a lot of influence with Michael Jackson, and you got Ciara, who does not have a vertebrae, I swear. Like, watching Body Party, she did a great job really bringing women back to sensuality and this new form of like sexuality with her dancing. Jennifer Lopez, professional dance choreographer, she's done it all, she's been in the game for a while. But if I'm kind of tied between Ciara with Body Party and Chris Brown because they both are really good dancing in both of these videos. But if I had to pick one, because I have to pick one for the prediction, it definitely will go to Chris Brown with Fine China. Chris Brown, he's the man, regardless what they think about him and Rihanna being together. Overall, as a dancer, not always as a singer, but as a dancer, amazing. Ciara, if I could pick again, definitely, if they had like a second place, yeah, Ciara would definitely get it for Body Party. The next category is Best Cinematography. 30 Seconds to Mars with Up in the Air, Lana Del Rey with Ride, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs with Scarlet, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Ray Dalton with Can't Hold Us, and finally A-Trak and Tommy Trash with Tuna Melt. Once again, tough category because Lana Del Rey, she's really cool because she's not trashy. She's like really mellow, and I love the song Video Games. The remix, just as good. But this new song, Ride, awesome choreography, great cuts. Macklemore with Can't Hold Us, I think that's who's going to win. I mean, the video, very smooth transitions. It's just colorful and wonderful. So I think that's who's going to take the Moon Man. For Best Direction, we have Justin Timberlake featuring Jay-Z with Suit and Tie, Macklemore once again with Can't Hold Us, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs with Scarlet, Fun with Carry On, and Drake Started From the Bottom. My prediction, honestly, it's going to go to Fun because that Carry On video is very light, it's very bubbly. It reminds me of like the Moonlight, hopefully I've said the group right, like the Moonlight Dixies or something like that with Come On Ali. That's who they kind of remind me of. They have that similar playing style. So I think it's going to go to them. So we have two more categories. Best Editing. Here are the nominees. Pink with Nate Ruess with Just Give Me a Reason. Calvin Harris with featuring Florence Welch with Sweet Nothing. Macklemore with Can't Hold Us. Justin Timberlake with Mirrors, and Miley with We Can't Stop. I definitely right away am going to eliminate Miley Cyrus We Can't Stop because that video is poorly done. All the edits, to me, it was like jump cut, jump cut, jump cut, and it was just really boring and flat. If I had to pick once again for the winner, I think it is honestly going to go to Justin Timberlake, Mirrors. That video is just, the graphics and the FX and the effort that was put forth, it took a long time, and the cuts are very fluid, and it's not jumpy. Because with a lot of music videos, especially in regards to the urban genre, a lot of jump cuts, and that can be really annoying. And the video kind of reminds me of like No Doubt's like ex-girlfriend during their like Return of Saturn days, just those really kind of cool graphics and things like that. So it's very dark. You know, it kind of reminds me, Mara's is kind of like Cry Me a River from the Justified album. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. And then the final category is Best Visual Effects. Nominees are, we have Capital Cities with Safe and Sound, Duck Sauce with It's You, Flying Lotus with Tony Tortures, Skrillex featuring The Doors with Breaking the Sweat, and finally The Weeknd with Wicked Games. It's going to go to The Weeknd. And I love the fact that The Weeknd, being people of color, you know, they're doing a sound that's not often stereotypical, you know, because when we think of people of color, we think of just hip-hop, and you can transcend. That's like what Janelle Monáe and Erykah Badu and a lot of people are doing, is they're pushing the sound envelope. So we have a half an hour before the pre-show starts, and let me know what your predictions are. Before we end today's video, let's go back to Twitter to see what people are saying about the VMAs. We have at the Stash that says the only Twitter feed you need to follow is at the Stash, and we bring you live coverage at the MTV VMAs. So I'll make sure I do that too. Miss Info at Miss Info says Sierra and Future have arrived at the VMAs. Watch the red live carpet stream with the link. And of course, let's see here. We have Kevin Agalu, and he says colorful at Lady Gaga's performance tonight at the VMAs. So there's a photo there, and that's pretty cool. And then let's see, we'll pick one more person. Here at EW Entertainment Weekly says, hey, hashtag harmonizers, we've got your girls at the hashtag VMAs carpet. Sorry for cutting off Allie, but we've got her bangs. And I'll do one more. At Danny D. Kane News, tune into MTV at 8:15 Eastern Time for a live performance from at Danny D. Kane. Finally, they are like getting, you know, together again, and I'm sorry, but as a side note, Aubrey O'Day, what were you thinking with that new album? I mean, it's okay, it's not the best release. You are very talented, and I know that you could bring it harder than that. Once again, you can follow us at MediaFame TV, as well as at Belasian Quita, and remember, once again, it is our world and our rules, and enjoy the VMAs.